According to the Harvard Gazette, 36% of workers suffer from work-related stress that cost U.S. businesses $30 billion a year in lost workdays. And here's the crazy part. The same report points out that experts believe many of these health problems could be avoided if companies would create a culture of health in the workplace where workers feel empowered to pursue a healthier life. Have you ever wondered if it's possible to create a stronger sense of community and togetherness in your company and help your employees enjoy greater health and productivity without resorting to corny gimmicks that no one takes seriously? Well, according to our guest, Joanna Brown, #1 international best-selling author and speaker and corporate rehabilitation specialist, the solution is simpler, easier, and faster than you think. And in addition to the benefits for your team and bottom line, it enhances your credibility in their eyes. Now, Joanna has worked with the Scripps Hospital in La Jolla, California, served as an ongoing consultant with Marriott International Hotels from coast to coast, and worked closely with the athletic trainer Chris Kingsley with the American Hockey League, and he is now with the LA Kings. She's been helping them utilize simple strategies and techniques to keep their staff and athletes healthy, energized, and engaged. Let's meet Joanna now. Welcome, Joanna. Hi.
Thanks for having me, Mike. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you. So you have got an amazing backstory, and it's one of those you'd never know it until you hear the story, but you have an intimate understanding with dealing with a lot of pain and a great journey on how you got to where you are and what you're doing today. So why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Well, Mike, when I was born, I was unable to walk. I had this condition called bilateral club feet, which the feet that twisted, you can't put weight on it. So through my first years of life, I was either in casts or in orthopedic boots with metal. The very first time I had shoes on, I was 8 years old. So I learned a lot of pain management, and I was able to just kind of adapt for things. And that kind of led me through the later years to understand the concept of deep and really serious pain.
All right, so that led you on quite a journey because you spent a bunch of time in the conventional medical world as well. Why don't you talk a little bit about your backstory and your pedigree?
Well, I went and picked a job that was going to make me stand on my feet. So I became an x-ray tech, and I did that for quite a few years. As I would go to different procedures in the OR, I would talk to the orthopedics, I would ask questions, and that gave me a segue of amazing information that they shared with me that, again, I added up, and now I'm able to pass on to my clients.
All right. So, and I just want to talk a little bit about a lot of the work you've been doing has been either in medical organizations or working with executives, training and teaching, and helping employees become a lot more productive, a lot more happy, they stick around longer, and ultimately they appreciate their bosses a lot more. So what are some of the things that you've been doing that have made a huge difference and impact?
Well, employees call me and ask me to come in and do some type of work with their employees. And before I'm out the door, I have employees coming up to me and saying, "Thank you so much for being here." And I just tell them, "I'm only here because your CEO invited me." They appreciate the work you do. And in return, they're the ones you should be thanking. And the CEOs come up to me before I leave the building, and they're thanking me because they're hearing from all their staff.
Right. So what are some of the things that you've been doing that have had the most impact and resulted in more productivity? Just some simple tips that we can use right now.
Well, there are some things that I bring to work that are very serious, but I want to share with you something that's really, really simple that you can use. And if you put this on your
Okay.
fingers,
All right.
and just on the tip of your fingers like this, and as you know, you're sitting down typing, you're holding a mouse, you're holding your hand tight.
Yeah.
We're going to do the opposite by putting these little rubber bands on your fingers and stretching it. You're actually utilizing the muscles,
The opposite muscles? Okay, yeah.
exactly, and that will make your hands stronger.
Okay.
So it eliminates all that cramping that can actually lead to carpal tunnel, and you don't want that. What does it cost an employee to replace and have workers
Shoot,
comp?
I've heard before that whatever the salary is, it's 5 times more to find a replacement, train them, and then you still don't know. It's probably 10 times more.
And if it's your key employee, then
Yeah.
you're really in serious trouble.
So the bottom line is you come into organizations, you've got, this is as simple as it gets, but you've got all sorts of strategies and techniques to make people feel better, be more productive.
I do. And not only do I teach, my system not only teaches people how to strengthen muscle, it's also looking at the opposite muscles. And that's something that's unique, that's not really taught out there. So for every action, there's an opposite reaction.
Right.
That's exactly what I look at. And it becomes effective immediately. They see results. I mean, when I worked with the athletic trainer over with the hockey players, because they were in peak performance, they saw results immediately. So it works that way for everybody.
Very good. So talk a little bit about your book, Sit, Be Fit, and the work and what you've been realizing after working with these organizations for so long. What's the big, profound aha that you've had?
Well, Sit and Be Fit came together because of all these systems that I've looked at. I'm an X-ray tech. I became a board-certified massage therapist, and I worked under Deepak Chopra. So now I'm a perfect health instructor with Ayurvedic style of Deepak. And this is the book that put together, has this program and system that helps all the programs that I put out there to assist and help them.
All right, very good. So where does someone learn more about you, find out how they can work with you, bring you in as a speaker, and also learn more about your book?
Well, Mike, I made it really easy. They go to www.sitbefit.co, and they'll learn a lot more about it, and they'll be able to download the free copy of my book.
Fantastic. All right, so next step here, definitely learn more about Joanna Brown, get a copy of her book, find out how she can come in and make your entire organization more productive and your employees happier too. So it's sitbefit.co. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
All right, so we're going to go back and you'll be able to learn more from our wonderful Nicole Dauphiné.